Let's go, motherfucker.
Yo guys, it's your boy Trey Monies. This is my first official trading video, and I hope you guys can accompany me on my journey to becoming a funded trader. Now, prior to this, I was actually funded a 10k account. However, I went back to the drawing board after joining a new community and making some refinements to the strategy. Putting in the legwork with back testing, forward testing, trials, and traded a personal account with some real funds just to get used to the market again and re-establish my psychology over the charts. And so essentially the purpose of this channel is to keep me accountable for my trading journey and also something I can look back on as well in the future. But let's jump straight into the charts and see what we can find. So as an SMC trader, or in the community I'm in right now, we trade using the 15-minute and the 5-minute time frame. Essentially looking for 2 order blocks to take our entries in, and that's going to be our decision order block and our extreme order block, which are these two. As you can see on our price chart here, price for us anyways on Euro USD is bullish, and so essentially we're going to be looking to take longs out of one of these 2 POIs. I see one of 2. The decision has already failed around here, and we're focusing on our extreme order block here to take up trade long. And I know you're thinking, wow, what if price, for example, essentially like what we have in front of us is a while away from our extreme, for example, what can we do? Essentially what we do in the community is we then trade the internal structure down. What you can see here, I've already started to mark it out previously, but I didn't completely finish marking it up down here because of course I decided to stop trading at 5 and I didn't see price doing anything significant for me to actually come back to the charts and market. But over here, as an example, we can see that there was internal liquidity taken, giving us our decisional POI that we could have taken a short from right here. And then we got a break of structure. So this is what we could use to follow price down to take ourselves down to the extreme POI that is down here. In here, personally, I didn't see a trade entry worthy for me to take. I'm a little bit more conservative when it comes to taking my trade position, so I like to see a few extra confirmations. So because of that reason, I didn't see anything for me to take down, but there are people in the community that did catch this short. Lovely trade nonetheless. And essentially the 15-minute and the 5-minute time frames are pretty much replicated between the 2. 5-minute, we're doing the exact same thing, looking for liquidity, decisional order block, extreme order block, mitigation of one of the 2, confirmation of entry and taking the trades. And as you can see, I did start marking it down as well, and then pretty much the same thing happened down here. I saw momentum starting to slow down around 5 p.m, so I decided to just stop trading and not bother looking at the charts in terms of continuing to mark up the different areas of price. So in here, let's have a look or zoom into the price action I was looking at. Also, you can see here, once the liquidity, the pro-trend liquidity on M5 being bullish at the time over here was taken, I also started looking for potential counter trend trades on M5 where we had liquidity. We had a decisional POI here, but of course this was before trading hours, so this was actually a short position that we could have taken as well. I think again some people did take that trade, so that was also your counter trend internal trade to the M5 time frame that you could have taken. Of course, if you did take that, you're laughing. Price dropped significantly from that point. But what I was looking at when I came to the charts, I came to the charts at 7 o'clock. We can see price mitigated. It is an inside bar. However, from prior SMC communities I've been in, I still use the inside bar. However, in the community, not a lot of people actually use the inside bar as a reference point of a POI. However, from backtesting, from prior history, from what I know and understand from prior SMC communities that I've been in, inside bar for me is still valid, and I've backtested it and I'm happy to continue to use it. So let's come into the time frame, 1-minute time frame, and have a closer look at price action in here. So in here, it's essentially the same thing. Time is fractal, time frames are fractal, and we can essentially use what we apply on a higher time frame on our lower time frame. So here we can see our change of character. We have a liquidity sweep. Essentially on the 1-minute time frame, it's not as restrictive or strict as in terms of using decisional and extreme POIs, but in this example I happen to use a decision on extreme POI for my POIs to take the entry. And that the reason why I've chosen these two as my POIs to use, other than the fact that they're decision and extreme, is the liquidity sweep that they provided. So they swapped liquidity to the left after internal liquidity was taken towards the POIs. One thing that I slightly do different compared to other people in the community, I wait for price rejection. So I don't actually set a limit on the price levels. I'd wait for price to come, mitigate it, and break through. This has saved my butt a lot of times, and this is also something that I learned from a prior SMC community as well. So I've just adopted that and continue to use that throughout my new community and through my journey as an SMC trader in this new community. However, in this example, it's a prime example of why and where it failed. So had I used the limit order, essentially price would have gone to 1 to 7. However, I waited for the bullish rejection, which I entered from. And however, I never got a chance to go break even because I go break even on the swing high that caused the mitigation. So this would have been my break even level. However, price didn't manage to get there. So of course I took the loss on that. Of course, this being the first day of my first day of my challenge, I did take 2 losses. However, for me, losses aren't really a significant issue to me because of course, as an SMC trader, I understand that we do not need to be profitable every single day to pass a challenge or to pass a trial or to be profitable. You just need to have strong psychology, trust your plan, and show up. As an SMC trader, if you can literally be successful with a 30% win rate at 1 to 5 risk reward. So for me, I strictly take my partials at 1 to 5, and then I let the rest run with a trailed stop loss, which I use on MT4. And I've backtested this several times and I've seen success with it, hence the reason why I thought it's now time for me to now put my money where my mouth is and use the money that I've made from my personal to buy a challenge account and see how it goes. Of course, I would have preferred to have my first trading day in profit, but such is life. We can't expect to win every single day. Losses are just part of the game as a trader, so that's something I'm not really fussed about. But of course, if I come and see any more trades tomorrow, I'll update this and let you guys know in terms of what happened and what went wrong and what went well. But that's pretty much it from me. This was again like my first video as an SMC trader, as a trader on this channel. So if there's any feedback or anything you'd like to see in the future, please let me know. People that do see this in the community, if you want to give me some feedback on what I did well and what I did wrong, I'd fully appreciate it. But other than that, guys, happy trading, and I'll see you next time. Safe.